How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Geek View. It's been some time. I'm finally healthy again, and I'm joined with Jeremy. Jeremy, how you doing?
That's like a weird thing to introduce yourself as. Like, I'm healthy now.
I just got my voice back. That's all I'm happy about.
Being a superhero is a trial by fire. Who's gonna protect the world if not people like you?
I'm Jennifer Walters. I'm a lawyer. I have great friends.
Can we get some shots, please? It's an emergency.
A demanding job.
We just started a superhuman law division, and I want you to be the face of it.
And a frustrating family.
Cause you didn't ask for this, but you still gotta deal with it. Your transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing.
Oh.
Bruce, kind of feels like if I don't transform, I'm gonna die.
Yes, yes, yes. No, no.
I just want to be a normal, anonymous lawyer.
Can you tell us where She-Hulk is?
Jen, you're a story now.
Girl, your ass looks crazy right now. You could be an Avenger.
Oh, I'm not a superhero. That is for billionaires and narcissists and adult orphans for some reason.
Welcome back to the Geek View. We're here to talk about She-Hulk episode 1. I personally liked it. I feel like it was what Ms. Marvel should have been. I think Ms. Marvel, of course, didn't stick the landing, and we didn't even review it. But I feel like She-Hulk is.
Well, we didn't even finish Ms. Marvel, or I didn't.
I didn't finish it either. I think I got to episode 4. How far did you get?
I think I finished episode 1 and then stopped.
No. I wonder if, with other theorists and other people who review geek stuff, they're like, oh, we gotta force ourselves to do it. Here at the Geek View, we don't force ourselves to watch anything. But hey, let us know in the comments if you want us to review something. We'll try our best.
Or we'll make Quincy watch it by himself.
Yeah, right. I mean, I finished season 3 of Lock and Key, which I'm very proud of. Just getting through those 3 seasons. It's a good show. I think it's a good show. But we're here to talk about She-Hulk. The first episode came out last week. Episode 2's out now too. But episode 1, I feel like it was everything that Ms. Marvel should have turned out to be. I just like Jennifer Walters. I like her character. I like her banter with the Hulk. I don't know. Did you think the same thing?
Yeah, I kind of liked her as a character.
I feel like Kalama Khan is a little bit forced down your throat, kind of like, high school, coming of age, like all cool. I like her quirkiness. I mean, she's a little weird. And of course, she's very just like in your face. But I find Jennifer Walters a little bit more likable. And then the banter between her and Bruce Banner is very endearing. I thought that was really cool. The only thing my biggest gripe, I think, in terms of the origin story was the fact, they did do a flashback, right, on her origin story, but the fact that I thought she got her powers from a blood transfusion, not like, oh shoot, my blood kind of spilled on you. And
well, it was a blood transfusion, impromptu blood transfusion.
Yes, you're right. It was a blood transfusion.
Yeah, technically it was a blood transfusion.
Technically.
His blood transfused into her bloodstream. I think their explanation it was giving was not necessarily the blood, it was like the radiation she received.
Oh, I see.
Because his blood is radiated, right?
Yeah, gamma. It has gamma
radiation.
Yeah.
So I think the explanation was like she has the DNA as well to absorb gamma radiation.
Yeah, I do recall that. Like when they're kind of talking about it on a scientific level. In the first episode, she's trying to just navigate this whole superhero complex along with being like a Hulk. She didn't want nothing to do with it. But I also thought it was really cool how her body treated the transformation differently than it did than Bruce Banner.
I thought that was always the case, right? she had a different experience as She-Hulk than Bruce Banner is the Hulk.
Well, you know how they talk about the smart Hulk? I mean, do you think it
Yeah.
was that he had already achieved smart Hulk status, and the reason why when
I
she
see. Oh, okay, that I don't know because I actually don't even know like what the heck Smart Hulk is or what the heck that even entails.
well, there's no
Because
rage.
It just kind of like showed up in the Infinity
Yeah,
War.
Infinity War.
Endgame.
Yeah,
It just
Endgame.
literally just showed up in Endgame.
Yeah, because Infinity War, he was still wrestling with the Hulk.
Yeah.
In the big suit. The Russo brothers said that they did that because they felt Hulk was too overpowering and would totally take out like everybody, too easily. So that's why they had decided to nerf him a little bit.
I thought they said it's because they didn't know what to do with him.
I mean, it could have been in another interview, but I mean, the interview that I watched, they said that they had to nerf him and then they also had to nerf Vision too because they felt Vision was too strong.
They didn't
That's why-
nerf him. They just killed him off.
No, I mean, so throughout the episode, if you watch it, Clovis Grave like stabs him and then it incapacitates him, right? So they incapacitate him so he's not able to join the fight. So they felt like Hulk and Vision was too strong, so they nerfed them early in the movie.
I see.
Yeah, so that's why he got stabbed in the beginning because they were saying like, oh, he could phase through people, because when you watch Civil War, like, I mean,
Yeah.
he's going pretty easy, but in Infinity War and Endgame, like, I mean, he could have just totally took people out, you know what I mean, with the stone. Think about What If, right? Where he just like, he just sliced Thanos in half.
That wasn't Vision.
No, that was Ultron. But I mean, it was in, like Vision's body, right? He had the Mind Stone. He only had the Mind Stone.
Did he? I don't remember. But
Yeah, so in What If, Ultron only had the Mind Stone, and then when Thanos came through, he was gonna use the Infinity Gauntlet, but he cut him in half before he could do it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
According to the Russo brothers, from what I heard, is they had to nerf Vision and they nerfed Hulk going into the battle.
But then it's like, I guess going off of that, then why didn't they just nerf
Everybody.
Captain Marvel?
I mean, she was off planet, so I think she just came in for a little bit. She came at the final part of the battle, and she was toe to toe. I mean, even Scarlet Witch. Actually, I mean, they kind of should have nerfed everybody because everyone, like Captain Marvel, like Doctor Strange, Wanda, like
Well,
everybody.
I don't think they nerfed Dr. Wanda. I think they buffed up Wanda. Vision.
Yeah, she was buffed up because she was pissed.
Yeah, and then I think for Captain Marvel, they buffed her as well because she took out Thanos' ship like it was nothing.
With She-Hulk, she is coping with this kind of like superhero mentality, wanting to go back to regular life and telling Bruce that she can because she can control, the powers, right? So it's weird because sounded like she was angry at first, then she seemed normal, and then after that they get into this big fight. So
Yeah, normal kind of angry, but she didn't lose control angry. Like
yeah,
that
she didn't lose control angry.
That was
right?
like the big one where it's like not
normal
like,
lady angry, right?
yeah, that's what they're calling it. Yeah.
I can't believe they said that, but I mean, and I quote, that's why I quote, they said normal angry for a woman, I guess,
Yeah.
suppose. But what did you think of that battle? That battle was kind of interesting. It made me Google who's stronger, She-Hulk and Hulk.
And what did you come up with?
I don't know. I didn't really get to read it all because I kind of got distracted. So I was watching it on Disney Plus. I Googled it while I was watching it. I was like, oh, shoot, I got to get back to the show. And then so I went to watch the rest of the episode. So I didn't really get to.
So you didn't actually even read the article.
I didn't read the
You just-
article.
You
Yeah,
just
it just
opened
said-
the article and that was it. Actually, I do that too, but I paused the video.
I can't do that. I need things to go all at the same time. It's interesting because I don't know, did she end up winning or did she end up losing?
No, it was a stalemate.
Yeah, it was a stalemate, and she kind of convinced them, like, hey, I'm leaving. I mean, they totally tore up that island. I mean, and where did this island come from?
Well,
I can't-
apparently it was built by Tony Stark.
Well, it's in Mexico,
as-
right?
As Bruce Banner said.
It's funny how you have to fill in these plot holes because like you have to. And I mean, this is the same situation that we talked about with Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness and
Yeah.
WandaVision. Like, if we see She-Hulk again, it's going to be very weird for a lot of people because they're like, wait, how come there's so much backstory and so much things that I'm missing? Like, I feel like the MCU is now creating all these plot holes because people aren't watching the Disney Plus shows.
Well, at least I think the biggest problem is like the more they expand on the universe, like the
Yeah.
more they have to explain, and then it reveals like all of these little plot holes in there.
Yeah, too much stuff going too fast.
Yeah, there's so much going on for Marvel. It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
Like when
that's
we
what
first started, it was like a Marvel movie every couple years,
Yeah.
if anything. Now it's like we have multiple movies throughout the entire year.
I know, like full
Every
on.
year.
It's like a
Like,
machine.
They have the entire. I mean, the fact that they have like timelines planned out for the next like 2 or 3 years. It's
So they actually come back from the flashback, right? Because they obviously had to tell the origin story. They come back. Jennifer Walters is in court because she is a lawyer. It was unusual too, because I've only watched the first episode. Have you seen the second episode yet?
nope.
Oh, okay. So for the first episode, right, she's talking about her case, and then all of a sudden Titanium comes through and starts.
It's okay. I didn't even know who that was.
Oh, I knew just because I watched all the theory videos so far. But it was
That was I have no idea who this person is. I
it
don't
came
know
out
why
of
she's-
nowhere, right?
and I don't know why she's dressed as like an 80s disco dancer.
She did look like a disco dancer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why she didn't get blown to bits when She-Hulk punched her.
That doesn't explain anything. Why didn't she get blown to bits when she got punched?
Because she's made out of titanium.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or I think she is. I don't know. They call her titanium.
I mean, it looked like she just busted into a courtroom out of the blue, and
Yeah.
then started wrecking everything, and then She-Hulk just punches her.
Punch. Yeah. So Kalama Khan, Ms. Marvel was a coming of age, like I'm a superhero kind of movie. Although I think that the story didn't land for me where, she accepted her powers, learned how to do it, XYZ. But She-Hulk felt a lot more natural, where it was like she kind of had a mentor, which made it a little bit easier. And, that made it more human when she was like, dang it, I like this outfit. And then she has to take off her shoes because obviously her Hulkness is going to break her shoes, right? I mean, I guess something that would be very interesting, Jeremy, is like if you were to get like Hulk powers similar to that and turn green, like would you embrace it or would you kind of be like, I need to get rid of this power?
I would be like, I would keep it.
You'd be green?
I'd be green.
Jeremy going green?
Yeah.
It's hard for me because, like for me.
Then again, it's like I think at that point it's like I don't think you can get rid of it.
Yeah, that's what he said to her, right? He did say to her like, "Oh, hey, like this is pretty much it, and you're a superhero now."
I think like if I was told that, like I think in context, like I've had the powers, got the green, and then I was told like I couldn't reverse it.
Normal again?
I would couldn't go back to my normal life. I would have like I think I was would have accepted it as like okay, well I guess I'm just gonna be a superhero now, or a super villain.
Oh my goodness, Jeremy the supervillain.
Because I mean,
Jeremy the supervillain.
Who will stop you if you're a raging green machine?
That's true. Impenetrable, durable,
Yeah.
super strong.
Yeah, pretty much invincible, really.
Yeah, I guess we should be. It's funny. I think about like the two things, like, what would the world be like if there were superheroes, and what would the world be like if we had dinosaurs? Like, how would we live our lives? It'd be scary.
Yeah.
I think dinosaurs would freak me out, man. But superheroes, maybe not so much. I think there'd just be a rise in mortality. Like a lot of people would die. I mean, not everyone can use their powers responsibly, right? I feel like a good depiction of something that's very heroes in real life is The Boys. The Boys does a good job of like having heroes integrated into real life, and these people exist and like what they would do if they abuse their powers, right? Like Homelander and everyone. So
True. I mean, the boys is not the only ones to kind of explore that. DC did a lot of that too.
I guess so. I mean,
Like they had the Justice Lords.
I would feel the closest thing to just like that's kind of down to earth is like Batman.
No, but I'm saying like it showcases what would happen if superheroes abuse their powers. Like
Yeah.
it would be like you would then have things like the Justice Lords, or you would have like the entire scenario of like in the Injustice video game where Superman just becomes judge, jury, and executioner on his own.
Oh, I do recall that. Actually, I did see some of the cutscenes from Injustice.
Yeah.
Those are pretty dark.
It is pretty dark. Superman kills people.
Yeah, I did. I actually, I think I saw that specific scene, and it is super dark. But as far as the first episode, I would say that She-Hulk is on the right track,
Yeah.
and it's very enjoyable to watch. Can't wait for episode 2. Like and subscribe our video. Check it out. Come
Yeah.
back to the Geek View, and Jeremy may turn green.
I will become a supervillain.
Oh gosh, yeah. How many? Let us know in the comments below if you think Jeremy could be a supervillain.
I wouldn't be necessarily malicious. I would just be.
Okay, isn't that what a supervillain would do?
No, supervillains don't necessarily have to be malicious. They just.
What would
abuse
you
the
do as a
power.
supervillain?
What would I do as a
Would you
supervillain?
steal stuff? Would you?
Probably just steal stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Like, I need that new graphics card.
And then the best part is like no one really knows who you are as a normal person. So you could turn green, do your crime, then run away, then transform back, and no one would know who you are.
Well, let us know if Jeremy could be a superhero in the comments below. But until next time, we'll see ya at episode She-Hulk Attorney at Law episode 2. We'll see you then.
See ya.
Peace.